welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to get into my Paycheck 1 budget. This is my Paycheck 1 page and this is my Paycheck 2 page. You might notice a slight difference between the two. I modified this for myself just because I like to write out every little thing that kind of comes in. My husband has several income streams that come in at once on the first of the month, and then only one or two items, or two items that I put over here each for the rest of the paycheck periods in the month of February. Now, the other day, you should have already seen, if you've already seen it, my monthly setup where I did the monthly calendar, and I am in love with these February florals. Tongue-tied a little bit there. With the pinks and the cream and the white and the gray, and oh, it's just so pretty. And so I have my stickers laid down on my calendar. I know what paycheck goes on what day, or what bill goes with what paycheck, and how everything's kind of going to lay out. Now, Paycheck 1 is actually just payday 1, the 1st through the 3rd. So it's going to be a really short time period. I'm still going to budget as if it's a whole week or more, and just let like my spending categories roll over into Paycheck 2, which would start here, and that would compensate for any money I would need for the next 2 weeks going forward till the end of the month, as far as spending categories. And so that's going to shorten today's budget, which is kind of nice, and then move everything over to Paycheck 2. So, and I'll divide the paychecks, or divide the bills up pretty evenly throughout the month, so that's kind of cool. So let's go ahead and get started. I have my monthly layout. We know total what we're expecting income in, and we know total expecting expenses going out that we hope so. As you can see, I already have one unbudgeted that I didn't plan for. And this is for, I believe it's on February 7th. So 2/7/22. And that's an appointment I made after I did this budget. Every budget starts in one point in time in history, and then it has to be modified and be flexible or fluid enough for you to make changes as you go along, which is why I do it this way. And then once that transaction actually happens, then I can put that negative over here just to let me know that this wasn't planned. I didn't have the appointment, I didn't plan it, but here it is. So that is that. Let's see, let's go ahead and get to Paycheck 1. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and pop this page out. I'm going to zoom you guys in, and you're going to go ahead and see how this is all written in and what I got going on. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So I haven't pre-filled anything in, so I'm going to do that with you on camera, and we're just going to walk through each step. I have my notes over here where I've kind of pre-planned a little bit. Now, this is going to be a true budget. Typically, I know what the numbers are, especially the balance forward and stuff like that, and my husband's pre-deposits, but they haven't quite got here yet. So once they get here, I'll put them in as actuals, but for right now, I really want to see what the money looks like without the actuals just yet, and make sure we have enough in the budget to cover this first 3 days of February. So I always balance forward from the previous paycheck or the previous month, whatever's going on. So this Paycheck 1, what I'm balancing over is whatever's left from the end of January going into February. What does the bank account say we have that that is sitting in the bank account? I'm stumbling my words again, sorry. But whatever cash is sitting in the bank account that's not assigned to anything as the buffer, that is what I balance forward, and I add that to the income, so I know, so this runs true with my bank account. Basically is the reason why I do it. It's like a check register when you're balancing your checkbook. Back in the day when we used to do that once a month, that was a big mistake. We should always check on our bank account a lot more than that, especially with today's technology. But I'm going to budget 0 because 1, I don't know the number, and 2, I want to make sure these numbers can support what we're spending in the first 3 days. The bills I know that will be pulled out of the bank account right away. And usually the biggest one is our mortgage, so we have to take care of that. The first pay we actually get is my husband's military retirement check. And his retirement check, after all the allotments we have taken out for vision, medical, dental, as well as any taxes like state taxes and the federal taxes and anything else that we requested taken out, this is what's left. It increased this year. We get a pretty good increase, I think over $100, so that's really good. $1,592.19. VA disability, VA disability. My husband did go to the VA after is it after or leading up to when he retired? I think leading up to when he was retiring, and they did a head-to-toe examination, all the x-rays and everything, and counted him a specific percentage for his disability, and this is the compensation for that, $2,287.52. VA math is not like core math or traditional math, so I can't really explain it, but definitely, talk to a representative or anybody if that's something that's part of your life that you should find out about. It's definitely worth getting. VA education. He's using the post 9/11 GI Bill. I'm going to put 0. And it's good for me to put 0 here because even if my husband gets VA education, it goes into our checking account and then he moves it over to his Visa Go card, prepaid card. And that is money he uses to spend on. So there is that, VA education. And then my son's rent, dividends. So I'm going to leave one blank space just in case something pops up. I doubt something's going to pop up in the next 3 days after February hits. But if it happens to, I happen to have a line for it, so that's fine. My son gives us $711 in rent. He gets what they call supplemental security income, or SSI, because of his autism and inability to work right now. And so that covers that. And dividends, that's just the pennies the bank account gives us for interest earned on our account. It's always 2 pennies, but I always wait until I see the actual before I actually put it in here. So we're going to go ahead and total this part up and see what this total is. So we have $1,592.19 plus the $2,287.56 plus $711. All right, so in total, we have $4,590.71. That is just on the first day of February. I gotta move that out of the way. 90.71. There we go. All right, so now that I know what my boundaries are for spending for paycheck 1, which is way more than what I know I'm going to need for the first 3 days of the month, I'm going to go ahead and move to the bill section. So I don't separate my bills from variable to fixed because I have rarely any variable. Most of them are pretty much all fixed except for my spending categories, and I track that in my weekly check-in, so I don't feel the need to do variable and fixed. But I do actually have a budget and actual. So if it is varied a little bit, I can see the over and under on this side, and it's okay. So I like doing it this way. And anytime I'm writing out my bills and expenses, they're written in the order on the calendar. So that's the order I like to write them in when they're coming out. So when I'm going down and writing the actuals, I'm not jumping all over the place trying to find the app where they're at. They're just one right after the other. So first thing I take out now, and just started this year, is my savings for my Roth IRA. Now, I am doing a Roth IRA. $158 is what I am putting away each paycheck period. So the first of the month, and then paycheck 2 and paycheck 3. So all paycheck periods this money will be transferred over into a savings account. I actually have a tracker for it. Let me grab that real quick. And so that tracker shows me how much we've put in. Now these budget sheets you see, these florals, these are new in my shop. I already have all the listings in the shop. You can purchase your own if you're interested in these. I love coming back to a different color scheme and different things every month to do my budget. It just keeps me motivated to keep coming back. And that's why I sell them in my Etsy store online. It's in the link in the description below. It's Lisa's Faith Budget Plan. And so, yeah, these are my budget sheets. I actually have trackers like this, savings trackers, some savings challenges and stuff. And so this will be this deposit. Once I make the deposit, I do my actuals, that's when I'll color this in with you guys. I always try to color it in with you guys and not by myself, so you can see it and get motivated to put your own savings away, or some kind of tracker for yourself. But I sell that tracker and many others in my store. So let's go ahead and keep going here. Now that I have my Roth IRA, the next thing, because I want to pay myself first, that's why I have it written down first, and I want to do it right away as soon as the money hits. And it's not auto draft, so it's something I physically have to do, and I like doing myself, so that's really cool. Mortgage. It's $1,990.98. That's an auto draft, so I don't have to really worry about it. It just comes out of the account. Helping Hands is also an auto draft. All right, and we give or tithe $200 out of our military retirement income. We tithe $200 that to our church in a section called Helping Hands, and to help people in our church who are in need, regardless of what the need is. And it's an amazing program. We've actually used it when we first started going to the church and needed it, and it wasn't financial that they gave, it was help in something I needed done where at my house, and my husband was gone, and I was just so blessed by that. So when I told my husband about it, he's like, oh, we've got to tithe that because that's just an amazing program. I'm like, yeah. So Helping Hands. Humana Health. That's my son's health insurance, so he can stay with us on TRICARE. That is $512. Though prescriptions that he gets, we don't have to pay out of pocket as long as we take the prescription and use the military free treatment facility. It goes well, and I think it's definitely worth it that way. And then that is all as far as the bills. Make sure 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know we only have like 3 days, and I know these numbers are going to be high, but keep in mind they're going to roll over, or I might do like a big grocery run or something like that, and I'll need all the cash. But I'm going to roll over anything left over into Paycheck too, so that it could cover the 14 days between paycheck periods in the month of February. So this is going to be grocery household. This is where I combined all my groceries and household needs into one shopping trip in one place. I don't like dividing and running around store to store. So even if it costs a little more, I just sometimes go the convenience of just getting it here. Even if it's 50 cents more, I'm going to go ahead and get it here, wherever I'm at. So grocery household is going to be $250. I know for 3 days that's a lot, but like I said, it's going to roll over if I don't do my big grocery run at the first of the month. Restaurants. So this is going to be $112. We always have Friday night pizza night in my house, but my husband may be back, may not. I have no idea. I really don't. I even just got an email from him a few minutes ago, and I didn't see any information about that. So we're still waiting. He's traveling on business. He'll be back supposedly in February, but we just have no idea when. And it's the way of the Navy life, so it is the way. Miscellaneous. All right, and that is $137.50. And all I did for these categories, and I will show you something in just a second. Grocery, household, restaurant, miscellaneous, gasoline. $75 is what I'm doing this time. All right, what I do every time I set up my budget, I think about how much I have been spending and what my averages are for spending categories. And those are my 4 spending categories. Where'd it go? Okay, I found it. It was a sticky note I was looking for. So what I do, and I usually track it in my weekly check-in, but I take what I know monthly we typically spend, and my budget amount for grocery household for the entire month is $1,000. That includes food, that's perishable food, cleaning supplies, toiletries, things that add up in a lot of cost, and I make sure I have enough put aside in the budget that it can keep up with inflation and it can keep up with the changes. So I do $1,000 grocery household for 4 adults. I should say there's 4 adults. My youngest is 17, so he'll be 18 oh my gosh, in 5 months. So I might as well just call him an adult. And so my sons live at home. My husband, when he's not out to sea, he lives at home. So that's that. Restaurants, $450 for the entire family. For $550 for miscellaneous stuff, whether we need clothes, whether we need shoes, whether we need Etsy stuff because I want to buy stickers or whatever. My husband wants to purchase something on Amazon, this, that, and the other thing. Just new stuff that we need. And then gasoline. Right now I'm doing $300, $350 when my husband gets back. Used to be $250, but it's hard to keep up, so I've been adding a little bit more for the buffer of the checking account so that it is compensated for. Thankfully, my husband got a slight pay raise this year, so that should help with that compensation. And so right now, it's $575 a week is what I'm budgeting for. Now, you're not going to see it here in the paycheck because it lays out different in the paycheck, but this is where my numbers are coming from and why I have it. So paycheck 1 starts week 1 of the weekly check-in, and I just start with these numbers. And then I carry them forward paycheck to paycheck. And you can see that in my paycheck videos. Now that I've got all that done, this is going to be a short video. I don't talk too much. Bring that down a little bit. We're going to total this up. So I will be right back. All right, so this is the total, $3,435.98. And that's a pretty good number. So I'm going to write that down at the bottom. Obviously, we're going to have plenty of money in the account to take care of what we need. I'm trying to give my hand some room. I have a large hand, so okay. I think I got it. There we go. $3,435.98. Now, I'm going to take our original income up here, $4,590.71. I'm going to subtract this $3,435.98. And that gives us an amount, my hand, of $1,154.73. So that is the budget. That is what I'm working with. I knew I was going to have a large sum left over because usually on these pays right here, they pay for more than just this. But another paycheck comes in on February 4th, which is my husband's salary. And in order to not confuse me too much, I have to break it down like this. I have to just budget for those time periods. And I'll show you real quick. I think I can do this. I know I'm zoomed in, but I think I can get it all in here. So here's the first of the month and then the first 3 days. And then my husband gets paid again. So because of that, I need to, for me, because I have messed up the budget many times by combining paychecks and bills. I don't know how I do it, but I mess it up. So in order to keep from doing that, I actually keep these two separate. And then this will start a 14-day period, and then this will start I don't know how many days, let's see, 7, 10, 11 days. So 3 days, 14 days, and 11 days. That is what we have. So let me go ahead and zoom us out and pop this back in my notebook, and we'll close out this video. And there we go. So this is paycheck 1 of February 2022. And so far, so good. It's a short paycheck period, but that's okay. I know there's plenty of money that's going to roll over and finish the rest of the bills that are coming in on paycheck 2. And these spending categories are going to roll over too. So I just know what's coming in. I know what's going out. And this way I don't have to write so much on just paycheck 1 with paycheck 2. I wouldn't have enough room on both pages. That's another reason I do it, is because these pages are only so big. And so that takes removing some of this information from this combining paycheck 1 and 2 into this page. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.